Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. This video, we're not actually going to be doing a hell of a lot. We're actually just going to be installing our radio in the van, and Morris, who's going to be buying the van, is actually turned up, and he has decided that he was going to strip down his...
So the clocks weren't working, the fuel and the temperature gauge is quite a common error on these T4s. And so he took the fuse board out and he resoldered all the connections on the back, and the fuel gauge is now working. The only trouble is we tried to replace the lights, because if any T4 owners out there will know that they are not bright at all. So we replaced them with an LED strip to give it a bit more oomph during the evening. So
I would have loved to have filmed all of that for you, but they didn't actually tell me that they were doing it. They just did it. Thanks,
he
Morris.
was off skiving.
Thanks, Morris. Thanks, Morris. Cheers for that. So we're currently waiting on the furniture board and everything to arrive so we can actually finish off the front of this. So instead, what we're going to do today is we're going to install the new radio in the dashboard for Morris, because apparently he doesn't like the cassette player. Hated of the cassettes.
They're a bit old. And they're not Bluetooth.
Absolutely, I agree with
Although,
you.
to be fair, I could get one of those, you know, the old like MP3
cassette players.
Yeah, like I could
do. But instead, Morris has gone for this radio that he got off of eBay, which I think is going to do just as well.
You did recommend it.
It is a huge screen. Yeah. That's really going to take up
and it twists
a large part. Oh, twist it for me, Morris. Twist it. Let's see it twist. I think it's the other way. There you go. Fantastic.
I guess that way.
Might be. We'll find out when we put it in. We'll make sure we don't put it upside down. So we're now going to take that radio out and we're going to install the new one. Yeah. So before we start on the radio, because I've had to disconnect the battery, we're going to be reconnecting the dash lights and dash cluster back in. But because Morris has added on the LED lights now, which you can see the wires here, we're now going to be connecting them to the original switch so that they turn on with the side lights. So we'll get that done first, then we'll move on to the radio. Now we've run the power cable from the switch. Nick's hooked up the LEDs with the plastic connectors, and we're just going to pull a ground from an existing one here.
We've put it on this kind of connector, because if you want to take this clock out, you can just undo that and pull it out instead of having to mess with all the wiring.
Nick, if you look on the actual LED strip, it tells you which is the positive and which is the negative.
Yeah.
Fun. Give it like a bit of a... Yeah, I'll figure that out, but just like a little bit more wiggle would be great. Why is it so fucking tight? Yeah. It wasn't that tight, was it?
How many idiots does it take to install a pair of clocks in a Volkswagen T4?
Oh, you've got no idea.
Apparently 1, 2, and 3. We still can't get it in.
8 hours later.
So that is it, finally in. Clocks are back in their place. Nick, can you turn the light on so we can have a look and see the difference? Which you can't really see, because it's day. But hopefully you'll be able to see them. Oh yeah, so when it gets dark you can actually see the light there. So let's hope we'll see it at night how it actually does look. But let's now move on to this radio. There isn't even bloody wires on the back of it. This is going to be fun. So we have found the speaker cables, and even though they are ISO. It's always good to double check these things to make sure that they're in the right place, especially when you're installing aftermarket radio, because we don't even know if those ones would fit directly into there. We don't know how they have been connected previously or how they're supposed to be connected on this radio. So first thing we've got to do is just check that the powers and the grounds are in the right place, always in the black one there, and then on the brown one that's usually your speaker cables. And again, it's always good to check the orientation on these ones. Let's get the wires for this one and see how they match up with these. So good thing we check these, because yes, powers and ground are in the right place, but the wrong powers are on the wrong place. So on this one, they've got the main power here, whereas on this one, that is the ignition cable. And here they have the ignition cable here in the middle, whereas on this plug that goes into the new radio, the main power, accessory power is right here. So not a big change, we just need to switch over those powers so we can make sure that they're getting the right thing. It's more for the memory of the van, memory of the radio, so it keeps your radio stations, all that kind of stuff when you're plugging it in and out. So we'll get them changed over, plugged in, and hopefully that should be all we need to do. So we switched over those wires, we reconnected them using heat shrink, and then we've insulated it, everything as well, make it all nice and clean and tidy, easy to go in. Now these should just plug into the back of the radio. Let's give it a go and see if it works. Right, Nick, turn it on, see if it works. Oh, we've got lights. We've got MP5.
There'll probably be a setting somewhere to turn on
We don't have any
Android Auto.
We've got no antenna though.
Yeah, the
cool,
antenna needs replacing. I've got a new one for it.
That's pretty cool though. Right, let's have a look.
See if you can pull up to it. Yeah, turn on your Android Auto.
Let's see what that Bluetooth
I've got to add it to Bluetooth.
So there we go, aftermarket radio installed in the Volkswagen T4. So you can have it in this option, or you can switch it to Tesla mode. And it clicks straight up. Connects to your phone, it's got Bluetooth, Android Auto. So you've got full control of everything. We haven't upgraded the speakers or anything in it yet, it's just running off the ones that have been in it for the past 20 odd years. But sounds pretty good. I like it. And if you don't mind me asking, Morris, how much was this radio?
£83.
How much?
83.
£83. I think that's a bargain myself. Again, it all depends on how long it lasts for, but it looks pretty well put together. We'll get back to you and let you know after we've reviewed it. So obviously a pretty quick video today. We're still waiting on bits to arrive, so we're waiting on furniture board to come so we can finish off this. We're waiting on some battens so that we can start doing the overhead cupboards that can go above here in the kitchen and possibly over part of the bed over that side. We're waiting for carpet to, 4-way stretch carpet to arrive so that we can carpet some stuff. So this week it's just been...
I'm going to try and get the liner down this week and spray it black and put the battens behind it.
Yep.
I've got to put the light bar on. I finished doing
Did you finish the light bar?
Yeah. Some painting.
Have you got the lights for it?
No.
Not yet.
Putting them on, putting the light bar on was half the battle.
So in case you were wondering what we were actually cutting there with this hole, this is the hole for the exhaust for the fridge, because it's going to be connected to gas. So we've cut the hole through both sides, and now what we've done is we've filled it with foil tape so that it insulates it on the way through, but also protects everything else in there in case there's a little bit of heat that's coming through it as well. This is a nice little trick that I saw on Mel's Big Van Small World, so thank you Mel for showing this. So we're now going to attach that on top of it. Obviously this will be sprayed black and that'll be on top of it, so you're not going to see any of that anyway. So that's for the exhaust for the van. This window doesn't open. It's not going to be getting opened anyway, so we're not worried about any fumes or anything coming up through the window.
All of a sudden you'll be standing there with someone new, 'cause it's been going so wrong for so long. Let's keep this dream alive, the art of letting go. 'Cause every time we try to make a stand and start again, yeah, every time we try to make up and make amends, you know, when push comes to shove, this time we can reach the sky on a prayer. We go higher than high, yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's
Another massive hole in the side of the van. This is for the ventilation for the fridge. Good shout from Mel again at Big Van Small World for using this aluminium tape. Really just cleans it off nicely, makes it look really nice. Now we're just waiting for the paint to dry on the actual vents, and then we can get these mounted on as well. Gonna look nice.
Okay, we're recording now.
Yeah.
Okay, so, dummy. David wants me to look at the van because I've come up from England. He's just slightly in the way. And David's wondering, like, am I happy with it? Am I like, is there things and stuff that I want to change? And he was very hesitant to even give me his camera. But, so all day today, we've been doing the electronics. It's taken absolutely forever just to get the dashboard in and out, and that was finally done. But yeah, like, I'm massively impressed with the amount of work they've put in it. In the case of, like, how many, when did you start it? Like a month ago?
Yes.
Yeah, like in the space of a month, there's now the bed in it, the cooker, the fridge. There's still the electronics to do and still some of the actual work on the engine and stuff, but it's getting there. We actually got it started today, which is pretty cool. We had to jump start it because the battery was dead. I think Nick explained as well that the clocks on the T4 tend to go quite easily. So sorted that out. Turned out there wasn't any fuel in it, which also stops the clocks from, well, at least the fuel gauge from working properly. So fixed that, put fuel in it. David put this awesome head unit in it that I guess you've probably seen throughout the video anyway. Oh god. Despite of what everyone's saying, I really like this cool bleep purple tint. It was supposed to be like chrome. It's not bad actually. When the sun's out and reflecting off it, it is pretty reflective. But I'll have to get like something for the inside of that. Oh, it's into the inside, not scratching the outside, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna go blue as well. I don't really have any way of showing that. It's going to be like a deeper blue with like metallic green flakes in it. It should be really cool. Yeah, vents in for the fridge at the back already.
I got more!
I don't know if that's... yeah, that kind of works. So yeah, in a couple of weeks it's gone from being a shell... oh yeah, and then the... sorry. Yeah, well, like a month or so it's gone from being like the shell of a T4 van with just crap thrown in the back of it to nearly a livable space. And we were all in there last night. We had... well, you weren't here. I was just chilling with Nick and his family in the back of the van. There's plenty of room in there, especially if it's just me and my pets, which are 2 guinea pigs. So we're just looking at ways for all that to work at the moment. So, yeah, I'm happy, David. Are you happy?
No, because you're holding my camera and I don't like it. So Morris has decided that he's going to be doing pretty much full-time van life in the van. and he's just dropped that on us, that he's possibly needs the van ready and completed by basically the end of October. So I think we've got to pull our finger out and get started and getting this finished for him, otherwise he's not really going to be able to live anywhere, because he's moving up from England up to Scotland to basically live in this van. So better get started. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Just a very quick video just to show a few things that we can doing while we're waiting on parts to come in. Look out for next video when we're actually going to be putting the cabinet on top of the kitchen, and we're going to be finally getting the furniture board on to close off everything and make it look nice and pretty and all this kind of stuff as well. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.